We have another proclamation this evening recognizing also the month of April as Child Abuse Prevention Month.
Proclamation April 2026, Child Abuse Prevention Month. Whereas children are our nation's most vulnerable members, as well as our nation's most valuable resources, helping to shape the future of East Brunswick. And whereas positive childhood experiences like loving caregivers and safe and stable, nurturing relationships can help mitigate trauma and the negative impact of adverse childhood experiences to promote social, emotional, and developmental well-being of children. And whereas childhood trauma can have long-term psychological, emotional, and physical effects throughout an individual's lifetime and impact future generations of their family. And whereas childhood trauma, including abuse and neglect, is a serious problem affecting every community in the United States, and finding solutions requires input and actions from everyone. And whereas children who live in the facilities with access to concrete economic and social support are less likely to experience abuse and neglect, and whereas prevention is possible because of the partnership created between families, prevention advocates, child welfare professionals, education, health, community, and faith-based organizations, law enforcement agencies, state and local and national governments. And whereas we acknowledge that to solve the public health issue of abuse and neglect, we must work together to change hearts and mindset through the storytelling and the sharing, the centers and the needs of families. We need to break down barriers and biases and inspire action from expected and unexpected partners in prevention. And whereas we are committed to advancing equitable, responsive, and effective systems that ensure all children and families are healthy and thriving, and whereas we recognize the need to prioritize kids and invest in more preventive initiatives like home visits, family strengthening policies, economic support, and community-based abuse prevention programs at the national, state, and local levels. And whereas the East Brunswick Women's Club will be displaying pinwheels around the municipal complex during the month of April to serve as a positive reminder that together we can prevent child abuse and keep children safe. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by I, Brad J. Cohen, and the Township Council of East Brunswick, do hereby proclaim April 2026 as Child Prevention and Awareness Month, and urge all citizens to engage in activities that strengthen families and communities, to provide the optimal environment for children to learn, grow, and thrive, so all children have the benefit of a happy, healthy, and safe childhood, and further urge everyone to work together to eliminate child abuse and neglect from our community. Given under my hand and the Great Seal of the Township of East Brunswick, this 13th day of April in the year 2026, the Honorable Brad J. Cohen.
Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Laura Petchor, and I'm the second vice president of the East Brunswick Women's Club. And with me are several members from the East Brunswick Women's Club, as well as representatives from Prevent Child Abuse, New Jersey. I just wanted to say it's a great honor to accept the proclamation on behalf of our club members. Thank you, Mayor Cohen, and members of the East Brunswick Town Council for recognizing the club and the pinwheel garden we planted in the municipal complex. This is our 6th year that we have planted the Pinwheels for Prevention Garden as a visible reminder to the community that April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. There are over 200 pinwheels just like this that have been planted in the complex this year. Each pinwheel represents hope, awareness, and the promise of a brighter, safer future for every child. Child abuse prevention starts with awareness, education, and a community that is willing to work and stand together. Thank you to East Brunswick for recognizing that every child deserves a happy, healthy, and safe childhood, and that we all play a role in making this a reality. And I just wanted to remind everybody, thank you again for your time tonight and for this honor that you bestowed upon the East Brunswick Women's Club. And we have partnered with, as I mentioned, Prevent Child Abuse New Jersey over the years. And I would like to introduce Eva Smutko, who is a Director of Home Visiting from Child Abuse New Jersey, and she would like to say a few words. Eva.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, members of the Town Council. Thanks to Brad Cohen as well for this beautiful resolution this evening. I could not speak more eloquently than the words that Kevin McEvoy shared from the resolution, that preventing child abuse is something that we all do every day together when we recognize the children in our lives, what is special about them, when we support their development, when we support their families, their parents, their siblings, their aunts, their uncles, grandmas, grandpas, all of them. Because it takes a full community, it takes a thriving family to not just ensure that there is the lack of abuse and neglect, but that there is the presence of positive childhood experiences and thriving families. I will leave it at that, but as an East Brunswick resident, again, I am very grateful to be here tonight as we recognize April as Child Abuse Prevention Month. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and thank you for your hard work. And the other day when I came to the municipal building and walked up and saw all the beautiful pinwheels, and the wind was blowing and the sun was out, and it is a beautiful reminder of the importance of this month. So thank you for all your efforts. We really do appreciate it.